check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mike and today we'll be biking at Hall Ranch in Lyons, Colorado. Hall Ranch has 4 mountain biking trails that total about 13 miles in distance. Today I'm riding the Antelope Trail, Upper Bitterbrush Trail, and Nelson Loop. This was about 7 miles of single track. My favorite part about riding today was the speed and flow that this trail system has. It's the best I've encountered in Colorado so far. Additionally, the scenery was spectacular, with vivid red rocks and luscious green trees that made me feel like I was on a different planet. As always, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get to riding. Hall Ranch starts off on the Antelope Trail, with a rocky 1-mile ascent that's moderately technical. The Antelope Trail starts off in a straight line, but gets curvy quickly. Once you finish the Antelope Trail, you arrive at the Upper Bitterbrush Trail. One great thing about Hall Ranch is that it is really well maintained. They have a bike pump right here in the middle of the trail, which would be great if you got a flat. The start of Bitterbrush Trail gives a preview of the smooth, flowy downhill that is to come later. Right here I see a biker who's about to have an uphill ahead of him. Since I'm on the downhill, I yield to him because he's going up. After the short downhill segment, it's mostly uphill. It's generally very smooth, but here's a little rocky section that was tough. These are kind of sprinkled throughout the whole trail, but in general this uphill segment is easier than the Antelope Trail. A little further along, I was riding up the trail, minding my own business, and then I saw a rattlesnake. I had never seen a rattlesnake before. My first reaction was kinda just to stay away from it and look at it. He's really hard to see, but I promise you, it was vivid and close in person. Maybe like 15 feet away. You can see him slithering along right here. After this ride, I did look up what you should do when you see a rattlesnake, and my instincts were right. Just stay away from it, don't provoke it, leave it alone, and if it's not moving, you're gonna have to go around it. I also looked up what to do if you do get bit by a rattlesnake, and I found that it's quite rare that you get bit by a rattlesnake. And if you do, you should really just get to the hospital. You can keep biking, try to bike to the trailhead. If you can still drive when you get to the trailhead, try to drive to the hospital. Don't do any dumb stuff like try to suck the venom out or try to cut the bite out. It's not going to work. And my source on this is UCI Health in California. Oh, and right when you get bit, call 911 too. After a bit more climbing, we are at the top of Bitterbrush Canyon and at the start of Nelson Loop. Nelson Loop has some tree cover and it's also on the backside of the hill, so the sun isn't hitting you directly. Really pretty to ride. And climbs do get pretty technical again, but they're not so technical that I hate myself doing them. I actually found myself really enjoying them. Maybe part of it was also the beautiful weather we had today, but overall this was a pretty fun climb. The tree cover is really nice as well. You don't get a lot of that in Colorado, and that's something unique about Hall Ranch. After a little over a mile of climbing, you are at the top of Hall Ranch. starts with a smooth downhill section. If you look on the right hand side, you might be able to see a house out of the corner of your eye. This is why they call it Hall Ranch. I'm not sure on the official name, but it's a pretty cool looking house that's right in the middle of nowhere. Do you remember when I said we were at the top? Heh, we weren't at the top. There's just a few more minutes of climbing here, but it's nothing exciting, so I'll skip ahead to the downhill. This section here was probably the fastest and flowiest on the mountain. It's also extra fun because you just did all the hard work doing your climb, so I was really in the mood to send it downhill. The speed you get here is just crazy. This rock garden was really punishing. It's not a bad rock garden, you're just going really fast.
You can really just open it up right there. That's great. Beautiful views on the way back.
Another thing to call out is the turns here are really well made. They go vertical pretty fast, so you can really lean into them without worry of like sliding out. If you like jibs, you're really gonna like this trail as well. There are lots of little rocks and rollers and stuff that you can pump or jump or do a combination of the two. Really fun either way, and opens up a lot of different like creativity in how you're feeling riding that day. That was about 3 minutes of downhill straight in a row, and it was awesome. There's still a lot more downhill to come though. In the middle there's a little bit of a flat section, but it quickly gets to the downhill again. If you look at an elevation map of Hall Ranch, it's symmetrical because it's in, and then you do a loop, and then you do the back out. But you pretty much go up the whole first part, and down the whole second part. Another cool thing about the elevation map is that you spend about 3/4 of your time climbing and 1/4 of your time descending. And personally, I think that's a really good ratio of climb to descent. You get a lot of descent for what you just climbed. Hall Ranch felt really fun. If I lived in the area, I would definitely treat it as like an after-work trail.
a hard landing. Oh, jeez. Go and send this jump real quick. Let's go. Howdy. Cool.
Trying to get better at doing quick little pops over objects on the trail, so you can see me practicing my bunny hop here. I can bunny hop pretty well if I have infinite time and infinite space, but when trail gets tighter I can lock up.
Howdy. Enjoy your ride. It's beautiful out.
One more time.
Oh, it sounds good. Thank you.
You just told me there was a rider ahead, so I'm gonna go a little slower here. When you're going downhill, you don't have the right of way, you have to yield.
He told me there was one more, so I'm gonna take it slow. Howdy. Yeah, enjoy your ride. Hello. Enjoy your ride. Oh, thank you. Big group behind him. Take it slow again. Maybe pull over. Oh, they're just straight chilling. What's up? Oh, thank you. Sounds good. Hey? Yeah, sure thing, man. Enjoy your ride. Hey, dude. Enjoy your ride.
Trying.
And here we're at the end of Bitterbush and the start of the Antelope Trail downhill. This part of the trail right here is another really fast part of the trail. I remember looking at my speed map after I did this run, and I'm pretty sure this was like 25 miles an hour, as well as the beginning of the Nelson Loop, also like 25 miles an hour.
Oh, I love that. Oh.
This part of the trail is surprisingly difficult. I felt like I almost had to get off my bike at the switchback back there, but didn't end up needing to. Just kind of lean the weight forward, get my weight on the tire.
Thank you.
We're getting towards the end of the video now. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or subscribe. It really helps out the channel and allows me to make more mountain bike content. This was my first time at Hall Ranch, and if I had to give my thoughts, and this is just kind of coming from like my stream of conscience right now, I didn't script this or anything. Probably the most unique ride I've done since I moved to Colorado. It was really fast, really flowy, and the dirt was red, which was super cool. Trees were vivid green. The scenery is beautiful. You can see that mesa off in the distance. It's on my left now, but you'll see it again. I really enjoyed Hall Ranch. I want to go back. I want to do the whole trail system and do a full review on it. But I can see myself coming here semi-regularly, even though I live about an hour away. If you have the time to check it out, would highly recommend. Like I said today, the trail I did today was the Antelope Trail to Bitterbrush to the Nelson Loop. I will leave the trail I did in the comments section below. If you get lucky, you can park at the trailhead. It was late on a Sunday today, so I wasn't too worried about it being crowded, but I have heard on the weekends you have to park into town, and it's like a mile up the bike ride in. So, positive way to look at it, good warm-up. I also saw my first rattlesnake out here, which was cool, and a little bit scary, but to be honest, not too scary. If you guys see a rattlesnake out here, just keep your distance. Leave it alone. Don't be that guy. When I was reading articles after, I saw that the most common rattlesnake injury is to either the head or to the hand, because stick their hand in front of it or point stick at it or something. So stay safe, stay away from rattlesnakes, and thank you for watching.